All right, welcome back. Let's bring you to all that we're doing on the show before we talk about Nigeria's women on the 17 team. The Flamingos went to Addis Ababa, did us proud, got a good result, and second leg will be played in 2 weeks' time. But let's bring you to all that we're doing on the show. We want you to know that you're an integral part of this show. Speak up and be heard across the globe. Let us know how you feel about all the issues that we've raised on the program. We've talked about Tiger Woods, we've talked about golf this morning, we've talked football, we've talked about a whole lot on the show. We'll still be talking wrestling, the Weekend Wrestling Challenge. We'll also be talking about the English Premier League and, of course, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, especially the fallout of that draw. So this is how you can be a part of the show. Sports this morning at channelstv.com. You can send a mail if that's what you like. And on Facebook, get across to us, send your comments, channels-sports. Then also, you can hit us on our verified handle at channels_sports. That's how you can speak up and be heard. All right, let's move on the show. Cecilia, it's with much pleasure and happiness that I'm talking about the Flamingos this morning. I'm not going to join the naysayers who are saying that a lot of countries are catching up with us, because you don't expect to travel to those places and every time beat those teams.
Of course.
I mean, you can expect when they come here, you do the job, but go there and be beating them. So Nigeria, Ethiopia, 1-1 draw. By the way, we were forced to that draw. Course. So, but your impression? I
mean, people were actually describing it as a flamboyant draw. I was like, what's flamboyant about that? But then you talked about the fact that you won't join them, saying, but by implication, that's what you meant. You know, when you're stagnant, you're not moving. People are moving, and of course, you'll be left behind. That's the way it is right now when it comes to women's football all over the world, not just in Africa. But Ethiopia and Nigeria, we didn't expect for the girls to actually go there and have a resounding victory, because we know how it was. I mean, you can get a coach 2 weeks to a particular, come on, I wouldn't want to go through all what happened, but I think the girls did a wonderful job. I think the coach also did a wonderful job, because it's difficult for you to bring young girls together under how many weeks and all that, and expect them precisely take them to a cold region where most of them may not have traveled out of the country. You know, this might just be the first time, you know, going over there and try to get a victory. So they just couldn't do it. But then you just give it to them. They tried their best, but just their best wasn't good enough for the Flamingos. They went there, you know, they were able to get a draw. Joy Jerry was the one who scored the first goal after 20 minutes. But then they struggled without, you know, biting weather. It was really, really cold, you know, according to those who went with the girls, you know, to Addis Ababa and all that. The match reports from NFF and, of course, from the coaching crew, and also from the technical committee that went with the girls. That it was really, really cold. And the girls just tried to manage it, you know. And even NFF assistant technical director also mentioned, talking about Abdurrafiu Yusuf, also mentioned the fact that the weather did not help matters. That even they themselves, as adults, they were feeling so uncomfortable while watching the game. Just imagine those on the field of play, you know, how they will be feeling. But then in the draw, they will come back to Nigeria today. And, of course, on the 16th of December, that's when they'll have the second leg, and it's going to be in Benin City. And this is what the coach, Balanikiu, had to say. He says, the weather did not help, but I don't like to give excuses for my team's performance. We have to work very hard when we return to Nigeria ahead of the second leg. We must be more potent in attack and find a way to curtail the Ethiopians. That's the way to go. Yeah,
I mean, nothing to add. I'm impressed with what he said. And if they can cross this hurdle, they'll play against... likely going to be Cameroon, because Cameroon went to Algeria
and hammered
the Algerians. Was a trashing.
They were not playing at all.
Yeah, so 4-0. So December 16 in Edo State, Benin. We'll see what happens. You expect the girls to get the job done in that one, and hopefully we'll move to the final round of the qualifier and pick that ticket. And that's what we expect.
I mean, for the first time, I'm using the word hopefully. We're not like really confident, right? You're not.
The truth is staring us in the face. Even though I don't want to join the naysayers, but the truth is staring us in the face. Like
hey,
you said,
you're where you are.
If you continue to rely on the abundance of talent without doing a lot to get a lot out of these girls, I mean, we're going to be here. I mean, we need a lot of programs, but time will not be enough to begin to talk about those things. And I think the administrators know. They are well aware of all those things.
Yeah, they know. They understand.
Even though they may throw the issue of funds that's the quickest response. A trade that.
Or maybe they focus on the Super Eagles this year. Maybe that was the reason and all that. But then
we're going to see more of teams giving us a scare.
Definitely.
If we don't step up.
If you check what the Cameroonians did, all the teams that went away from home, only Nigeria came back with a draw. I mean, Cameroon went to Algeria, they won 4-0. South Africa went to Botswana, they won 5-2. And of course, you also had Ghana going to Gambia, they won 5-1. So when you have all these teams right now, you have Ghana going to Gambia winning 5-1. You're having Cameroon going to Algeria winning 4-0. You have South Africa going to Botswana winning 5-2. And Nigeria going to Ethiopia winning 1-all. You ask yourself, there's a lot to be done, so much.
Still so much to be done. Hopefully we'll get it right with the girls. Hopefully. That's the operative word. All right, Cecilia, this is the first time we're here after the draws. So let's really talk about the draws. A lot of funny things, word on the street. Yeah. Somebody jokingly asking me, what do the Argentines want with Nigeria? Why is
the Argentines? Or maybe this is something. I mean, I've read a lot of funny tweets.
A lot of funny comments.
Funny comments. I mean, starting from, you wouldn't expect some of these people.
It's all about the fun.
You know the people I'm going to start mentioning are these top big men. You know, that Nigerian football veteran, talking about sport journalists, veteran in that matter. They were saying that, look, okay, we've beaten Argentina before. I mean, 4-2. Why can't FIFA just count that one as the game that we played? Come on, it doesn't work like that. We know that. I'll just play 2, yes, just play Croatia and play Iceland and we will be cool. But it doesn't work like that. We're still going to meet Argentina in our last group.